Welcome to Sweet Talk. This broadcast is brought to you by the Continuing Education Workforce Training Division of Idaho State University's College of Technology. This podcast is part of our continuing outreach efforts, and the format is conversational. We will be having conversations with businesses, professionals, entrepreneurs, community agencies, and, in all cases, difference makers. Now, let's get started with Sweet Talk. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sweet Podcast. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you coming in. I'm Gary Salazar. I'm the Director of Continuing Ed and Workforce Training here at Idaho State University. Today, joining us will be, see, I already screwed this up, will be Katie Leishman of Powers Career and Tim Rossiter, excuse me, of the College of Technology's robotics program.
Yeah.
Welcome to both of you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you, Gary.
Okay, we're going to be talking with both of them today about a very special project called Ignite Their Future, which is a summer camp. It's a series now. Do we call this a series?
We do call it a series now.
All right, so we'll be talking about that. It's a great camp that's being put on through the College of Technology, and they're a part of it, and we're excited to have them here. So let's begin with a very simple introduction. If you can tell us a little bit about yourselves. Katie, could you go first?
I'd be happy to. So I'm Katie Leishman. I work at the College of Technology, and I have the privilege of being one of the summer camp coordinators for the Ignite Their Future STEM Summer Camp.
Cool. Tim?
All right, so my name is Tim Rossiter. I am an instructor in the robotics program at the College of Technology, and we have a lot of fun just messing around with robots and talking about Star Wars and that kind of stuff. So one of the things that we really like to do is reach out into the community, and so getting involved with the STEM summer camp is just, well, one, it's a lot of fun. I would think I would just do that anyway because it's so much fun. But just getting these young people involved in STEM activities and robotics and programming and things like that, it kind of just makes me feel like when I was just starting out. And so for my day job, I get to teach adults about robotics and programming. But during the summer, we get to work with the kids, and it's a whole different kind of environment, and it's super fun.
Awesome. That's a great introduction. So thank you both very much for joining us. Thanks for the introduction. Let's get to what is Ignite Their Future. And Katie, this is your second time being with us, talking about it again this year. Tell us about what this program is.
Oh, it's a great program. We are able to reach out into the community, and we invite K-12 educators to come and join instructors and professors, subject matter experts here on campus. They get to use our classrooms, learn from our instructors and faculty, and then they also get to go and work with students in the age group of 4th grade through 12th grade. So.
Excellent. So when you say community, it's not just ISU that's putting this on. We're borrowing from people out at other schools in the community, like the high schools. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me, give me an example of some of the high schools that are involved with this, some of the instructors. Where are they coming from? Are they just junior instructors? Are they robotics instructors? Are they general education instructors? What kind of instructors come and join this?
So I have a high school teacher from Shelley that comes,
okay.
And this will actually hopefully be his 3rd year coming.
Oh, all right.
He helped do the go-karts last year. He's fabulous. Yeah. We have teachers from Connor Academy Middle School. Their computer science teacher has come out and partnered with us before. Okay. Quite a few of the elementary schools here in town, School District 25, they come and join us. And then also School District, I believe it's 93, Idaho Falls area.
Okay.
A little bit north, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the areas that we've had participate so far. We're always looking to expand. So if there's a K-12 teacher out there that would like to partner with us, and we can offer continuing education credits for that. So we invite you to contact us.
So continuing education credits for their professional development?
Yes, through the College of Education.
Okay.
I believe they can earn anywhere between 1 and 3 credits by helping us coming and spending spending 2 weeks with us in the
That's
summer.
awesome. That's a lot of fun. They get
That's
chance
a
to
lot
do
of
that.
fun, yeah. So I kind of, so in partnership with doing the strands and teaching the kids, we bring the educators in for the teach the teacher, and so the subject matter experts come in, and then we basically develop all the content or go through the content, and so all the educators get to learn about the programming or whatever the subject is, and then they help to do the strand with the kids, and so the subject matter experts and the educator is there, and so we're all kind of partnering up to team up with the kids or to teach the kids, and it's kind of a lot of fun. So we kind of do two strands. We work with the educators, and then we also work with the kids, and so it's really cool.
And I forgot to mention, the K-12 educators, part of what they're doing while they're here with us is building their own lesson plans, and they're mapped to state standards. So these are lesson plans that they can take back in the fall and implement in their own classrooms.
So they're building a class for us, a short course that they get to try, and then they can take it back to their own institutions and use them again or adjust them, whatever they want to do.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
very, very cool. Are you getting a lot of instructors from outside the community, educators who are saying, yeah, they want to be a part of this? There was a repeat. Are you getting others who are raising their hands saying, I've heard about this, I'd like to do some of that with you?
Yeah, so our first year, we just had K-12 school district 25 area.
Okay.
The second year, I mentioned all of the schools, and then we also had a counselor and a principal join us.
Oh.
So we were starting to expand even in that, and both of those, the counselor and the principal, they were the ones that were like, oh, we want to be a part of this too. So,
That is
yeah.
neat. All right. Tim, you mentioned the strands. Now, the strands are like classes?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
so-
like a class. So the younger kids, it's like a 3-day strand. So what is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the middle schoolers, I think it's all week, and the high schoolers, it's all week, and. So I can't remember exactly how the schedule goes, but the younger kids are 1 week, and then the older kids are the following week. So I actually did 2 strands. I did the middle schoolers, and we did computer programming, and then I did the younger kids of what was it, 4th through 5th, and then we did computer programming, and then in the middle schoolers we did computer programming with sensors and Raspberry Pi computers, and it was a lot of fun.
You know, when you say computer programming and I hear rocketry, I'm thinking like, that's amazing. I
Yeah.
couldn't get to that, but now we have little guys and girls running around programming computers, working on
Yeah.
rockets, real rockets that they shoot. Oh my gosh. So that's awesome. And they're doing this at a very, very young age. And are you getting repeat students who want to come back and do this every year?
So I believe so. So my students that I had were really excited, and as they move into middle school, some of them mentioned about coming back and doing the sensor component, and so moving more towards like actually building robots and programming it, right? And so I just have a lot of fun with the young kids. The kids, they don't have the same kind of barriers that like an adult has, like, oh, I can't do that. It's computer programming. It's got to be hard. So the kids are just like, they're all geeking out, and they're just like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm going to make a game that does all this stuff.
They're not afraid of making mistakes. They'll
Yeah,
try
they just
anything.
go right in. Yeah.
What a fabulous way to learn. Getting your hands on something, trying things, making mistakes, having fun with it. And every class has got instructors helping guide the participants. Is that right?
Yeah, so we have the subject matter experts. So for me, I worked with a counselor, and so between the counselor and myself, so we kind of, and then I actually had a student from ISU as well. And so we just kind of manage all the questions, and so we would present to the kids, and so the educator would help us like present and make sure that the content was right. So we're developing these lesson plans, and then as a subject matter expert, I'm there. So if anything goes wrong, we just kind of get through it and figure out any troubles or answer those questions that we didn't quite cover in the material, and so it's kind of a lot of fun team effort.
Yeah, this is awesome. There's so many questions I have for you, but I want to make sure we get some information now. When does this start this year?
So registration will open April 15th.
Okay.
And we've partnered with Continuing
Right.
Education Workforce Training. So we have for the last several years since we began this. So registration.
It's online?
It's online through Continuing Education
Okay.
Workforce Training. That'll open April 15th.
April 15th is when registration will open.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 4th through 5th grade camp is June 17th through the 19th. It's a
Okay.
3.5-day camp.
Okay.
And then the middle school and high school camp starts June 22nd and ends the 26th. And it's a full week, I believe like 8 to 4:30.
Oh,
and
my
we
gosh.
provide lunch for all the camps, and it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Yeah, and I was reminded by something Tim said. We have about a 3 to 12 ratio, so we accept approximately 12 campers or students per camp strand, and then we've got the support staff, the K-12 educator, and then the subject matter expert. So they're well supported as they're learning these and exploring these new subjects.
Okay, now this is a camp that has varying lengths. Different strands have varying lengths for them. Different age groups have varying lengths of days. Have you gotten feedback from parents who had their kids come to the camp in the past? You know, what kind of feedback are you hearing, or from the teachers who are helping out? What are they saying?
So 100% of my teachers, we did do a survey, 100% of them said they would like to join us again this next year.
Oh, all right,
So
that's nice.
I was so happy to hear that they had a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
The only negative feedback that we received from parents was, we wish that you would offer these consecutively throughout and I don't know that was negative, but that was the only maybe feedback for improvement. Could you offer multiple of these throughout the summer? So.
Throughout the summer. Now that's a great goal to go for.
Yeah.
You know, and there might be something you want to build in planning later on, but great feedback, good participation. It's growing. Kids are excited. Educators are excited. It's going down a direction we call this STEM, right?
Yep.
This STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, right? There's a lot of this that this can go towards. It goes towards getting participants, students, male, female, all excited about something that might be a future career for them, potential career. It's a great, great path. All right, let's go back to one more thing here. This is now your third year. Katie, Tim, you're doing this for the third year now. But we started a couple years ago. Who started this idea? Who had this idea? Where did this get started?
I'm glad you mentioned that. So Ryan Pitcher is the director of the Ignite Their Future STEM Summer Camp, and this really was his vision. And I was so excited once he started talking about it. I said, well, could I come and help? I asked because I was so excited. It's so impactful and encompassing on an educational standpoint, and so this was his vision, and he's continuing with us. He's the director again this year, and we're excited to be part of his team.
That's neat. And when you talk with Ryan, for those of you who saw the podcast last year, he was here with Katie, and the guy's passionate. He's just got such a soul for this kind of thing, and he's got vision that goes, I want 1,000 people here. I want all the dorms filled in the summertime. And I go, wow. We could go there. We really could.
Which I have 15 dormitories spots saved. So for the high school students, this is one of the big things that we're trying to do this year for high school students is get them on campus, give them a
that'd be
real
really
college
cool.
experience. So I've got 15 of those dormitories reserved during camp time, and really they get to come and they get to be in a college classroom, in a college laboratory, working with college faculty. And so it's a great opportunity for high schoolers to kind of explore these subjects and then potentially these career fields.
That is awesome. Okay, what kind of challenges are we seeing with this? I mean, are we doing this at 2 locations this time around?
We are. So
where else are we doing
we're
this?
doing it in Idaho Falls. We're going to do a week-long one in Idaho Falls for middle school.
Where in Idaho Falls will this one be going on?
This will be at our campus, but it's near the Polytech.
Okay. I know that place. It's a very nice little smaller campus, but very nice. There's a lot of industry located around. A lot of the Case building is there and all. Fantastic place. But we're doing it up there so students who live in that area can participate instead of having to drive down here as well.
Right.
That's pretty cool. Are you getting the same kind of feedback from the community? Hey, they want to be a part of it. School district. I think you mentioned the school district
Yeah,
before.
so it's a shorter drive for our teachers that joined us last year. They can just kind of go right over to University Place there to do that. So yes, yeah.
Are they going to be seeing some of the same camps that we'd be having down here?
Yes, I believe we're going to do several. That it'll be different instructors, different faculty, but similar strands.
Similar strands.
So by developing the lesson plans and getting those things figured out. Now we have these modules that we can now take and move around. It's more portable.
That's really nice. Boy, is that efficient. We have a question from the audience.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, Sammy.
So that campus up in Idaho Falls is right next to like where the Idaho National Laboratory extended office is.
Yes.
Do you have any involvement with INL in this?
Absolutely. They are actually one of the main reasons that we are offering a camp up there as well. They were so excited about this model and what we've done in the last couple of years that they approached us and said, would you be willing, would you consider coming up to Idaho Falls? So yes, they are actually the reason that we'll be doing it this year.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Are they going to be, what sort of involvement are they going to be? Are they going to be like are people that work out at the site going to be talking with the kids?
They probably will, and they have in the past. So last year we had several representatives from INL come down and help with the camp. They came and they were part of the career exploration workshop that we offer for parents. So we also bring parents in on the last day, and they came and spoke to them. And then they're also one of our major supporters. So.
Really cool.
So for someone listening to the podcast, they might not know who INL is.
Sure. So they're the Idaho National Laboratory. We have a great privilege to be in such close proximity to them. And they have a big heart for K-12 education and STEM and the programs that we offer at the university.
I think that the Idaho National Labs and other industry companies and entities like that. I mean, there's a really strong focus on building and supporting a STEM culture, and particularly here in Idaho, just the demand for the related jobs and careers is pretty high. So there's a lot of incentive for companies and INL and other entities like that to support and really not only support the community, but build and create and support this culture of STEM, from the ground up, starting with the young kids and just kind of, exposing them all to this stuff and just letting them, just see what all this stuff is all about, and then just really realize that there's some really promising career paths that you could go down.
Excellent. And one of the things I do want to give Katie an opportunity to talk to, you had some family members participate in this.
Yes.
How did that go?
It was awesome. So the first year, it was just my daughter. Last year, my daughter and 2 of my sons came. This year, all 5 of my kids are going to be participating. My youngest are finally old enough to come and join the 4th grade camp, and they have been dying to join since the beginning. And so they actually, a couple months ago, started, asking questions. Well, what camps are we going to get to pick from, Mom, and things like that. But their excitement because they've gotten to see their older siblings do some cool things. And
What?
Oh boy.
Lights.
And then they've always come to Family Day, so they got to see the final projects and things like that. So they're very excited. And then my oldest this is her first year in high school.
Oh,
so
how neat.
she
Oh, nice.
is so excited to get to come and be a part of the camp as a high schooler.
That is so neat. Plus, they're all already talking to their peers about the camp, too. And people are getting excited because they're sharing their enthusiasm.
Right.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
My oldest is just old enough to join, and I mentioned to her the other day, I'm like, do you want to come to the summer camp and learn programming and do and I'll teach you? And she's like, well, Dad, you already showed me all that stuff.
I'll get her a different camp, I promise. We'll give her a
we'll have
variety.
to get the list of strands.
The go-kart. Go get her on the go-karts.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. Another question.
Yeah, quick for both of them. What's your most rewarding thing about being participating in the camps?
Well, the most rewarding thing for me is just spending time with the kids and just watching them light up when they, you show them something and then they're able to, they can kind of do what you show them, right? And then they're like, well, I want to make a game, right? So I'm teaching them some program and they're like, let's make a game. And so by the end of the week, we make some games and they play it and then they take turns playing each other's games, and it's pretty incredible to see. You just show them a little bit and then they're like, all right, now I can use this and this, and then they get stuck in the last questions, and it's just so, I think that just watching them be excited about it is the best part. It's not like a chore, it's something fun. And so I just get a kick out of that.
And I would say the same. I also really enjoy on Family Day. when the students are showing their parents, so like a high school student saying, "This is how I calculated the resistance on this circuit," you know, and this is how I took the math and theory and made it happen. And the
That's
parents,
great.
you know, and the excitement and the confidence that the students have by the end of the week. So.
This is an amazing camp that we've had a chance to watch grow, and it's just going to fantastic new places. So thank you both for that. Before we get closed on this, I want to make sure we do get in one little plug. If somebody out there watches this podcast or hears the podcast, you know, and they have questions, in addition to maybe coming to our website, and I'll plug that in a second. What if they have questions for you? Can they reach out to you? How would they get a hold of you? A phone number, an email? What would be
Yes.
the best way?
So you can call me, text me, 208-380-8582, or you can email me. It's yantkath@isu.edu. That's YANTKATH.
Cool. Very cool. Tim, you okay if anybody? Oh my gosh, I better stop this thing. Let's go ahead and finish that up. Are you okay if somebody wants to reach out and contact you?
Yeah, so the best way to reach me is probably through email, and my email address is rosstimo, ROSSTIMO @isu.edu. And also the College of Technology, you can go to the College of Technology website and learn about the programs that we offer there and get a hold of me or other instructors or programs.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm sorry, our time is up. You heard the timer go off. You know, this has been a terrific conversation. Thanks to Katie Leishman, Tim Rosser for joining us today. We've been talking about Ignite Their Future, just a fantastic summer camp. With registration opening up in April for a location down here in Pocatello, and then in May, opening up again for location up in Idaho Falls. It's going to be a fantastic time. Hope everybody takes a look at this. You can find us at Continuing Education on our website. We can be found at Continuing Ed Workforce Training at cetrain.isu.edu. And if you go to that site and put in Ignite Their Future, it'll drive you right to the registration site and sign it on up. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Thanks to all of you out there in the audience for listening or watching. Hope you had a great experience. Thanks for joining Sweet Talk.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
job.
You did great.
Thanks.